Welcome back to DVD Showcase, and today's DVD we're going to be looking at is Inspector Gadget Season 1, Volume 1. Now, Inspector Gadget is I'm talking about the original 1983 series, I'm not talking about any of its like reboots and spin-offs. This is the original deal, guys. So yeah, Inspector Gadget is kind of a new show for me. At least I'm starting to watch some of the episodes from the original show lately, and so of course I had to get the DVD releases. I have the whole original series on DVD, but for now let's just look at Season 1, Volume 1. So originally there was a Inspector Gadget set called Inspector Gadget The Original Series that was released by Shout Factory. It had a similar DVD package style, similar to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show Volume 1 and the Zelda set. But this is not it. This is a 2013 re-release of that. Well, I wouldn't say a re-release, since it's not using like the exact same transfers or disc files as the original. But yeah, here's what the back looks like. This set kind of contains the first 22 episodes of Season 1. And this is a 3-disc set, so here's what disc 1 looks like. And here's what disc 2 looks like, and here's what disc 3 looks like. I mean, they're all the same. I'd say the only difference really is that they actually show you what episodes are on each disc, which is kind of interesting because like normally when you want to list out all the episodes, you would have like a little episode guide like right here. I mean you even still have the the tabs to put it, but since these sets didn't come with any episode guide. They decided to put the names of the episodes on the discs, which, I mean, at least they were nice enough to do that. Well, I don't want to waste any time. I'm going to put all 3 discs in on my region-free Blu-ray player, so let's have a look at them. Unfortunately, there is a almost half a minute like opening that just has like legal information, and of course this I'm a disclaimer, more on that later, and for some reason you cannot skip that, unfortunately. Also, you might notice that the TV is not muted. That's actually because no music plays in the intro. In fact, this is actually like the only menu that you actually get. So I mean, you do have the option to play all the episodes, but you can also select the episode itself. There's Gadget in Winterland, aka Winter Olympics, which is the pilot, the one where he has a mustache. Monster Lake, Down on the Farm, Gadget at the Circus, the Amazon, Health Spa, the Boat, and the Haunted Castle. And that's pretty much it. Now I'll just put in disc 2 and see what episodes are on there. So here's what disc 2 looks like. Again, you can play all the episodes, but you can also select them themselves. There's Race to the Finish, The Ruby, A Star Is Lost, All That Glitters, Movie Set, Amusement Park, and Art Heist. Alright, here is the last disc. So the episodes that are included on disc 3 are Volcano Island / Gadget Goes Hawaiian, The Invasion, The Infiltration, The Curse of the Pharaoh, also known as the Puta Foot's Curse, Mat Trap, Basic Training, and Sleeping Gas. Now let's just go over the pros and cons and then the final verdict. Alright, pros and cons for Inspector Gadget Season 1, Volume 1. I'd say pro number 1 would probably be the video quality. I kind of thought, I was really impressed because for a while I was watching the show on Paramount Plus, and the video quality was okay. It felt slightly blurry. It almost kind of felt like I was watching the episodes from YouTube, since especially since YouTube does slightly compress the videos, that you upload. This very own video that you're watching right now. However, when I watched the episodes on DVD, they looked a lot more sharper than than the ones on Paramount Plus, which I think is really good. And the picture quality itself is pretty bright and colorful, for the most part, at least compared to Volume 2. I also like the packaging. I think the cover looks, I think it looks pretty nice. And the discs themselves are stored in pretty well. I kind of wish that the quality of the DVD cases that they released in were a bit better. And then the presentation. I know the presentation is not the greatest, especially since it only has like one menu. Like there's no music or anything. And there's also like this like and there's also like these warning labels and the logos and everything else that like you just cannot skip. But I still think the presentation was okay. I think that's kind of pretty much it for the pros. As for the cons, there are no subtitles, which is kind of a shame. I like to have subtitles sometimes, and it kind of sucks, that these DVD releases don't have that. Even the Paramount Plus, even Paramount Plus has the show with subtitles and everything. And then my second, probably the biggest con. Now when you put the disc in, they have a warning saying that like pretty much the picture and audio quality are from like the original masters, and they have some imperfections. And unfortunately, they were not kidding when they put that warning in, because all the episodes I've seen, because if you watch the show on Paramount Plus, the season 1 DVDs are, they use the exact same copies as the ones on these DVD releases. And so I did not notice any like audio issues or even like some video imperfections on any of the episodes. However, there is one episode that does kind of have audio issues, and that would be the pilot episode, a Gadget in Winterland, because for some reason the very beginning of that episode, for some reason it kind of cuts off a bit in the audio, and it was just like really noticeable, and it was kind of a shame, and that kind of happened to begin with, because even though I don't own the Shout Factory set of the first 22 episodes, I'm pretty sure that wasn't on the Shout Factory release either. So it's kind of a shame, that they had, that the first episode had audio issues from the beginning. And there's also some other, there's actually another audio imperfection that's on the, I forgot which episode it was. It was called, was it called Island Volcano? Yes, yes, a Volcano Island. For some reason, because you know how at the end of each episode of the show, there would be like some sort of like educational or semi like educational like safety tip, with Gadget, Penny, and Brain, and for the ending to Volcano Island, the audio at some point in the beginning of the ending, the audio also cuts up, and it's slightly off sync now, and yeah, that's kind of pretty much it in terms of like audio issues. I feel like for the Volcano Island one, like for the ending, I mean the safety tip had nothing to do with the episode itself, so I didn't really care about it, being a bit off sync. And speaking of the safety tip endings, the episode Art Heist. For some reason, the safety tip ending to that episode is not on this DVD at all. Basically, the safety tip ending for that episode was like to keep your dog on a leash or something. It's kind of a shame, and you know, that wasn't included on this DVD release, but it's not a huge deal for me personally, since that safety tip, similar to the Volcano Island, that safety tip on that episode has nothing to do with you know, the main story of that episode. So those examples, you know, that are like, you know, related to safety tip endings, I can easily ignore. But the audio issues from the beginning of the pilot, I mean, I can't really you know, excuse that. I still think that's kind of an issue. And it's just so kind of weird because like all the episodes on Paramount Plus use the exact same versions as these DVD releases. So if you watch them on Paramount Plus, I mean, Art Heist is still missing the, you know, the safety tip ending, and the Volcano Islands episode is, you know, like still has that off sync in that one's safety tip ending. But you know what's even weirder is that the pilot episode on Paramount Plus, you know, actually doesn't have that audio issue, you know, that the DVD one has. Not only that, but the theme song, you know, to the pilot on Paramount Plus is actually from the actual pilot, you know, because, I mean, in case you don't know, the pilot episode, when it originally aired, had a different intro. The only real difference, really, is that Inspector Gadget has a mustache, because in the pilot episode, he had a mustache. But for some reason, on this DVD release, they just use, like, the regular intro. So yeah, so that would be my biggest issue with this DVD set, personally. Overall, I definitely do think, I still think this is a pretty decent set for Inspector Gadget. I'd say skip this DVD release if you already have the Shout Factory release. And yeah, I guess that'll do it for this video. Overall, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed to the channel, make sure to ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on any videos that I produce. I'll see you then.